Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a dead command saboteur, deadeye. Commando, saboteur, saboteur chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroad, but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice, a reflection.
Allow me to introduce my...
So glad you realize who you...
You can't
Because...
remember?
Guess left can be right, sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Personal. Pow! Put an end to him. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Slash and dash. Deadly. Might not need that now, but you will later. Chop it up. You're not dead yet. That's going to leave a mark. That's the stuff. Sharp steel. Now that's a flesh wound. Bangarang. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Slice and dice. Flexity flex. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is... It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Almost too easy.
Oloi bo bopawek mopu far kobi.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here. You might... The Nono's key energy is just... Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. need to You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, and you handle that net like you've never done. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of... They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly... One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it was the genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA in. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other wronged. He worries there won't be much left to save if... He doesn't know what your connection is to this. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intent.
That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before...
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a...
Take it out now while it's...
There's always another spark.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. He can sense you share Myriad's view on the world. The Myriad would embrace someone willing to fight against the tyranny of the Jagni. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. Another... It's a bridge. Just get over it. Shot. Carving it up. That paid off. It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. That's an improvement. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. They don't just let anyone see the sifu, but there's something different about you. The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101. It seems you don't mind a bit of blood on your hands. That's something you have in common. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense your kind heart. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of... Your Muma invented Wung Fu. Originally, it was based on unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are... Jagni says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you. He wasn't sure you'd do that, but it seems your mind took control of that big heart of yours. That's a sign of strength. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe. The Jagni's destiny is to do what others are... Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and... They have no... He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Even if you see the world differently, you must hit them as soon and as hard as you can. The outcome of this war is up to you. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin.
Na zena kas pripatne? Novi, skuni.
Your Muma taught each disciple a weapon. She never intended it for hunting nor war, but lately the art of defense has been shadowed by relentless attack.
Una vochni, tlohoni.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Zena kas pripat snatsne, or visoko dulaci ni...
Jackney doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared.
Kariesne statse. Ale.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good.
Yeti rikli, dulzadne.
Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sentimental. War does...
War?
He can't blame you for not remembering, but he can sense the stillness of something lost.
Paro.
You have orders to follow.
Apinosko.
The tree looks pristine, but we must treat it better to keep it that way. Sit. The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort.
Klefmak Neshman.
Let's see. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled. getting better. Boom, boom. Watch out for you. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Then he wants you to know that if you find yourself going through bad times, he wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better time to... He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? Way to go. Don't let... But you need practice. Lots of practice. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Betty?
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. You know you can't make up for You should know. Practice makes perfect. As long as it doesn't kill you, it'll only... She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With... Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. His only interest when creating is that what he comes up with is actually useful. He was hoping you could help him You should look for things that are... He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hand... He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates those able to deliver a sharp remark. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of Wang Fu is more than enough. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent... She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's got... That's all she's ever asked of you, that you've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. She wants you to understand that whatever path you choose in life, they look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks you're absolutely right. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. You won't need excuses if you are strong in your conviction. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Baran udina ever zilmit.
Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling.
Badja analog.
He heard you helped Gizmo clean up. He's proud of you.
In mo und lump.
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Bushtarim yadafa.
He wishes that was true for your Moomer too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching Wang Fu to her disciples seems more important for every day. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics. He's curious.
Intabadam waksuva. Kumu unu shalafu ishku. Bon.
Thinks some are and some aren't. One thing's for sure, though, you're Moomuth.
Mashaku hirsave.
He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you.
Kaffee. Mashaku hirsave.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Lafea Witze Daremaya Diava.
He's
Kanamunta.
Your Moomer says it's about time you got here.
Kanamunta.
Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be.
Bolakamun brukna. Kalino?
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left,
Kalino? Brumblera marsamon.
but there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Mustiki muhka?
That's a good attitude as long as you keep.
Kodotoko.
Your Moomer says you did well today. She
Kanorota.
thanks you for being such a good.
Kodotoko. Asil natu.
Been working on a present for you with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Ferena masalapo.
Reminds you that the best way to get someone to do things is for you to thank them. Catchy.
Dere?
Your Moomer says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Minä lagi mamuru.
Figuring that out is half the fun.
Kanyala no toro. Asil natu.
A piece of scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Mustiki muhka.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Taifaname numa.
Says it's not...
Andro.
Your Muma says you look tired.
Mustiki muhka.
Says a good rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Luke from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Terena masalapu.
Your Muma...
Antoro masama.
There's nowhere to run to this time. The time has come to stand...
Minä lagi mamuru. Ten nampuus. Pala.
Whatever happens, you need to know she...
Yo no massa manduru.
She tells you to stay back. This...
Vaisa no casa manduru. Kanyala no toro.
She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights. This is her fight. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Not your size, but it'll work. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Boom! Half-life. Wow! Ready to dive back in. Close encounter. It was harder than expected to take down the Fluff Hulk. They've received new... A group of Jagni warriors are all... You should hurry there and help them storm the outpost. Mercy... Look, an emergency. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Concussion. Fits nice. That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old The Toxanol Corporation made this place. There must... Let's see. This could be the beginning of the end of everything. Don't flinch away from this. It's a flush stool from the back in time. It's an apparatus that sink-sunks yellow juice and brown bobs. Let's try out the brush away. See if you can off-chase some drip droppings. Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. Great capper. Sharp dressed. Ready to make something? Better get a move on if you want to change things. What looks like the fry sparker's knobs need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working. Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's a fry sparker mindset. Boom! You got something. It's not exactly what you wanted, but you got it right away. You're not capable enough yet. Wild headgear. found the track. Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. Lucky. When Toxanol abandoned the place, it fell apart fast. The track... It's a brand new day. found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. The rail. You're on the right track. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomber Bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Oh, wouch! You've had better days. Right in the face. In the face. Wow, wow, wow. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Flash the slash. Right where it cuts. Bomper Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Shot through. The deep cut. Cutting edge. Let's see. The oil claimed this land a long time ago. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. Gross. This place stinks. Nothing like a good length of razor-sharp steel. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush... Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. It carries so much hate, and its insatiable hunger has only increased over the years since it claimed revenge on your parents. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone, but unlike you, he doesn't think of the past, for it's gone. He understands history made Lupa-Lupin a big part of your past, your present, and you still He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
That is how you shine light.
Serious.
I'm so proud of you for doing...
Can't believe you let that lose us.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happier going in a different direction? Figures you're either a rare person or a good liar. Maybe, but... Sad to see the Tree of Life is going to die and take everything with it, but it's not like he didn't expect it. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Jagni. They always hunker down in their homes, gathering their things around them. Says home is a base, but it doesn't have to be everything. The world is wider than you know. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. That's what he decided to call it after he saw it for the first time. It's big and fluffy. That's accurate enough. If you can see past the blue color, that is. It's time for an adventure, for good or bad. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. This is harder than it looks. Disgusting. Biohazard. Just gross. You're maybe not sure you want to leave. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel... Feel that power. Finding some thick air might be wise soon. The grease monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Take matters back into your own hands. Stompity stomp. Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. Keep filling your air holes.
Bolsile. Immo. Diava. Yamafore dome da hunga interpadam forujudu.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be.
Ishko.
Claims Moog says that all your...
Oven. Sem.
You might have a steady aim.
Bianda. Mustakamala undunash. Badan udidi mada. Dush.
Claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like. Worries that when the world dies, there...
Goga.
Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead.
Da. Sigaya lama yaba.
Approves of you working with the Jagni. They have the hunting spirits of a flock of hawks.
Schon. Sigaya lama yaba. Kalba.
But enough.
Und lump. Kalba. Karen mianda kagunu.
He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed.
Mishaku hare zavani.
He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows?
Lema ever sind. Uvuchu ishko. Mashaku hirsave.
Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. To find where they are, you need to see where they've been.
Mustakbal.
Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter.
Bon.
Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big.
Dre. Uva bugbug diava.
There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of...
Ja.
Says it's not far at all. Fortunately for you, the squips seem to have acclimatized themselves to the otherwise... Let's see. What you do here matters to you and the world. Wait, it's the scrip hole-up. Place is just filled with critters. tin can. Bang, bang. You might want to fall back. Bruised. Yuck. Biohazard. Sickening. Every day is a new chance to fulfill your destiny. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. The top of the world is so low down here. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Netted a critter. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That... Who would be dumb enough to get in your way? Spring out. Fresh air. Heroes make for the best stories. It's up to you if you want to be one. He says that's enough scripts to sustain the Mechton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. That's the style. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the... It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now, otherwise he... You need to help Gizmo. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but needs a logical reason to reveal the secret. Says it's hard to keep a secret from someone as small. Here's the Southeast World Eater has... Says... The light of day shows how bad the world has become. Tough as iron. Let's see. It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. Hack and slash. This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead.
Tiava, ja intanka kudu.
Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and
Mashako hersave, lech
asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict.
tudu baba.
Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others.
Light instantly banishes.
The dark strikes back.
That's not that dark. More like long shadows.
The shadows are growing longer again.
You could experiment with that. Any plans for what to make? That's right, the first rule of gunfighting. Bring a gun. That's a Myriad tribe outpost. It's becoming terminal. Cutting edge. All fired up. Wow! A smart foe would leave now. Pow! The Vespidut outpost, long-time home of the Myriad tribe. Let's see.
Pænelinde se daglover.
Says you need to hit them where it hurts. Inflict as much.
Ito ay lugasan.
Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. That hit the spot. Wrecked it. Give those twirly wheels a turn. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Yes, the river tub's going down the drain. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. Says they've been treated fair, but is glad to see you. Hopes you'll treat the rivals with the same respect they treated them. Wishes there was another way, but they'll do their best. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Now, Oko unis poloknost igleze.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of
Oh.
Says you're...
Igleze.
He knows things that you need to know.
Tada.
Says you'll...
Cliff tuf liftum.
Untended, the world...
Bergumbara rultagla humanu.
Kätkore lauma kättui traigua. Ai vaikka komedai.
So many places to be today.
Lebuitat saka.
Peddler is eager for you to have a look at the wares.
Vate.
Filling your pockets. That went well.
Kau awen mono. Straks ook wekker. Nafa. Maar je wat de tapale.
It was too heavy for them, but someone like you could carry it.
Wakipe. Email for that.
Says it's a small, safe place to put things worth lots of green.
Oh, give me the emme. Wait a little so.
Says the...
Egg. Figure that so.
Just go grab that strong box and haul it out.
Tapalo at Savata.
Without you, it's just going to rust bust.
Mundo monoya alla. Sin una kafru.
Sauti.
Seems
Latino mafai onafai.
they have a friend having...
Sauelela say some.
Could find that wind...
Fader say oh so. Where are unshowbau? Gesau. Lille sceneri farani så tælle med. Oi, alita da let's way.
offers you
Sura tot badai.
The hours fly by in the dark. Sees you're eager to make shop sharp.
Ane pasu payo osina tusina mai.
There's news of a Ronin joining the tribe. That must be you. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. You can make so many amazing things out of wood scrap. Welcome to the Surf Archipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy goo. Another chug tunnel. Watch out for oncoming chug-chugs. See that plastic scrap over there? There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest. There's a serenity about this spot. Look at those muscles. Feels like something's about to happen today. The Mitomop outpost. The Myriad tribe meditated here long ago.
Usene kommer søde.
Says they've been waiting for you. They're ready to bring death and...
Teleolan mafele.
He says you'd better be.
Latino mafayut onafay.
Says scouts spotted a moth nest close to the outpost. If you destroy that, the moths should infest the place, looking for a new home.
Ille senere farani så tale med.
This place is like one big secret that keeps unfolding. That's the moth nest over there. Just get to it and destroy it. That crack is so satisfying. Nice work. No more moth's nest. There go the moths toward the outpost. They're good and mad. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. Snazzy Hatter. He says you did a great job capturing the rival's second up. Thinks your foes will flee before you can reach them.
Kum 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 jo. Maluala. Loa.
Claims to have strange...
Sak sak tato.
Can sense you want to practice your skills at bartering.
Hulava ayas. Ya lever.
The vendor
Bergembira rultaglah humunu. Kibija berastia.
hopes you're... Let's see. Is something sinister hiding among the trees? This is a quarrel spot. So many wars have been fought over this patch of dirt. What a waste. You've got nothing left. Poker. So much damage. Got more than a flesh wound. That feels better. Swing like you mean it. You're half dead. One down. Smack! You're bruised. The goo calls. Muscles like steel. This is a quarrel spot. So many wars have been fought over this patch of dirt. What a waste. Time for some sharp shooting. The deep cut. Knuckle duckle. Rid of the aches and pains. That's going to leave a mark. punch time. Middle-lifed. What a blow! Great shot. Day's about to expire. You feel tougher. That wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. That's it. Work your way up. Says you. Let's see. There's the sovereign who runs this outpost. He didn't expect his outpost to be invaded, but now that you're working with their there's no way he'll surrender. He can recognize the strength of a good argument, and the outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. Thinks you did a great job capturing the rival's third outpost and believes the rival is weak enough to engage them at their fort. Says they won't stand a chance against you. He knows things that he understands. Thinks you did a great job, Says they would. breathe in all that nature. This is the tribe's last stand. Conquer this fort and that'll be the last of the resistance. The tribe will be under your command. He says the plan is to fling you over the wall with a sling lobber. However, he wants you to secure a hard hat first should anything go wrong. It's better. Let's see. Slice and dice. Crit. Better get moving before the day passes you by. That's the Myriad Fort. Right in the face. Knock 'em flat. You need to hit them where it hurts. Inflict as much suffering as possible. You're the hammer on their nail. Every day comes with a new chance to save the world. The dry grass looks like it would ignite easily. That's a fire starter. You just need to create a spark to light a fire. It burns brighter than the light. Personal. Energy augment active. Lethal weapons. That's a pyro sizzler right there. Just get to work on it. Make it frizzle. Nice crackle. Heroes inspire in a way nothing else can. The wire claw looks like it's strong enough to pull down a gate, but you just need to aim straight, shoot and pull, and the gate will come. The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. Anybody home?
Sipi? Get a work. Para missa, Murakan Frifgels.
He was hoping it wouldn't end this way. There's no reason to fight instead of uniting. it would be fighting over nothing. He'll fight for what matters. Today, he'll fight you. But the rival Sifu is defeated, and the destiny of their tribe is in your hands. You are free to choose their fate, but not free from the consequences of your choice. You'll decide the fate of the rival Sifu, but he suggests you show no mercy. He understands what you're thinking. Where else do you find allies, if not among your enemies? And with that, you're spinning your own fate, good or bad, never to be undone. Side by side they'll stand until order and stability is reinstituted. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Your Sifu is pleased. Your help sealed victory and the destiny of the rival tribe. But he's still eager to seal the fate of the world. It's just a matter of time before the tree will fall. It's easier to wage war than to make peace, but it's harder to win a war. But if you're committed, you'll do whatever it takes. You've grown so much stronger than when you first met. And now the tribe relies on your strength. He meant that everything that has happened to you has only made you stronger. It's the Myriad Boomerang. He knows things that you need to know. Keep focused on what you can do today. Tomorrow's already gone.
Wando mundo wa waza. Tapa la waza wata.